That was a good summer blast. Anyways, hey guys, how's it going? This is Kuya. This is supposed to be a follow-up from the previous video, my Pacific Rim anime mecha rant. I just finished watching the movie last night, and seriously, it was outstanding. It was phenomenal. And before you start criticizing me, because I've already seen some of the other video reviews, they weren't very good. I hated this, I hated that, the acting kind of sucked, it was blah. So the first thing you gotta know about this movie when you go see it, it's not supposed to be some sort of blockbuster hit. It's like a fun summer action popcorn film. You know, you go in, you watch with a few friends, nerdy friends. You just sit down and let the movie take you for a wild ride. Okay, so there are a few aspects in it and why I see people didn't really care for the movie, and it makes sense. It makes sense, but when I was watching it, I kinda like assumed already that this is gonna be just like a live action anime. Like it just came out from the comic books or something, you know? And the lines are gonna be cheesy and whatever. And it did, and it was cheesy. A lot of the lines were cheesy when it came to the people talking to each other, but you've got these crazy characters going around. You got the crazy scientists who are trying to figure out where these aliens are coming from and how are we able to solve this problem. And then you've got a serious leader who's lost something in the past, or he's regretting something in the past or something like that, and he's just serious. And he's got one thing to protect, and it's this girl and whatever, because he saved her in the past and he raised her like a daughter. And you got that character. You got, of course, the girl, Moko, I think Mako is her name, and she's a quiet type of girl. She doesn't talk too much, and yeah, and when she does have emotions and feelings, she tries to repress them because she doesn't want to make the general, her, I guess, only other father figure that she knows, upset. And then of course you get the main character who's like lone warrior kind of character. I just lost my brother in a fight, against a Jaeger. Had too much to drink and now he passed out with liver disease, and now I have to walk this earth alone with no one to drink with. So yeah, he got that character. But they were all very colorful characters, and that's what you have to see in this movie. The story suffices. It sustains your entertainment. And I say that because the main concept of this movie when Del Toro was making it, big giant robot fighting big giant monster film. And he succeeded in that. You did it! I mean, it's something that the Transformers didn't do for me. This, you could totally see like the functioning parts in this, and it felt like these huge giant robots were huge giant robots. They were like stomping and everything. So I was crazy about that. So the characters, I thought, yeah, their acting was cheesy, like it came out from a comic book. The big giant robots and monsters were very detailed. There are a few things that I thought were kind of, I would have to say that would be most of the fight scenes. There were some fight scenes in the daytime, but most of it took at night and in the Pacific, which was fun. Pacific Rim in the ocean, so of course they're gonna fight in the water. Taking the fight in the waters, protecting the people on the land. And Del Toro did a good job with the water effects, because usually they kinda... The main downside is the fighting scenes were mainly in the dark, so I wish there was more daytime scenes, but they took the fighting scenes everywhere. They took to the sky, they took it into the city, the water, in the nighttime, so in the daytime, so it was pretty much everywhere. When you think about it, it was just mainly focused, of course, in the dark time, or in low dimmed light areas. I don't want to tell you too much of what happens in the movie, because I suggest you go see this movie, because it is fun, exhilarating, it's not hard to understand. It's not his best work. Of course it's phenomenal work, but it's not, I'm not gonna say he's gonna get awards for it or anything. He's, you know, it's just a fun summer movie. And truthfully, after I already did my comparing with anime in the last video, he deserves people to see it as his own creation. It was his own creation. I felt that. Yeah, I saw scenes and stuff that reminded me of anime, but he grew up watching anime, and the things that he took were just the slight basis of what the anime genre was. So it wasn't even like, oh, that reminds me of Evangelion. No, it doesn't. It was his own movie. You saw the passion. I could see it in his characters when they're performing, the creations and the tech work and the design. He did an amazing job, you know. I have to really give it up to this director, and truthfully, in the end of the movie, I found myself screaming his name out in theaters. Guillermo! Lo hice Okay, not really, but that's what I felt in my heart. And it really made me want to dance. He achieved his goal. He made men like me sought out their 12-year-old boy and went, that was awesome! So yeah, my little inner gay kid in me totally came out. But who wouldn't in like a huge mecha kaiju fight scene? There are some reviewers out there that I saw that kind of agreed with what I thought. And I'm glad I wasn't the only one. You can't compare this movie to like any other movie. It's not comparable to Man of Steel. It's not comparable to well, yeah. I don't know, this movie just did it for me. Nerd things are in right now. It's okay to be a nerd. You can just rip your shirt off and be like, I'm a nerd! People actually appreciate it now, more in this era than they did back then. I'm not just saying guys, because there are girls out there, some cute girls too, that are nerdy, deeply nerdy on the inside, want to go watch this movie. I recommend go and see this movie. Just don't be that douchebag kid that would always compare it to some stupid mecha anime. I told you already. It's like, it's his own thing, and if you see it for that, then you see the passion and love that he gave to this movie. He wanted to do this for the get-go. I heard that he was planning this for 6 years. I think the whole Pacific Rim world. They're already making a second Pacific Rim. They're writing it already. Oh, and if they have like mechas running really quick, that'd be so cool. Just watch them run across the scene and stuff with all that weight chugging around, but they're moving like really awesomely fast. Or they could fly. That'd be really cool. And they got more weapons. They got huge like pellet guns and like swords, beam swords. Okay, that's getting too much into anime, but I am so excited. So I really hope the second movie is as good as this one. It'd be a guy, it's like a video game you play with America. That'd be really cool in the second movie if it comes out, and hopefully it does come out. What else? What else? I'm so excited. One thing I do have to complain about the 3D. It wasn't the movie's fault. It wasn't Del Toro's fault. It was actually the cinema's fault, and I got a free ticket out of it, so I'm probably gonna go see it again. But I went to go see it in 3D, and it was inverted. So I was seeing the background coming up to the foreground and the foreground coming up to the background. So I had to flip my glasses upside down and wear it, which was pretty good, funny experience. And yeah, I had a little headache throughout like the first third part of the movie and whatever. But they changed it back. And they announced it, oh, change it back. So we changed our glasses back and we were watching it normally. And it turned out good. It turned out fine. And the cherry on top of the icing to this phenomenal strawberry shortcake is the scoring. I mean, my friend, if you remember Guachi, he sent me a link to the score, and Tom Morello helped score the theme song to this movie. And in the second movie, if they brought that theme song back, oh man, it's one of the more original movies that's coming out this summer. I mean, a lot of the other movies are just either like sequels or different interpretations of movies, like Man of Steel, you know, as a reboot. So, rating scale wise, I would have to say I see it as a huge live action cartoon gone right. So I'd give the scaling 8, 8.5, 8.5. It's just the part that it was mainly in the dark. Other than that, you'll probably see me purchasing it in the near future in Blu-ray because I want to see that on my big ass TV. Del Toro also said that it was recommended to watch it more in the 2D because apparently he said that if you watch it 3D, the sizes will be blah 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 blah. It didn't affect me at all. The 3D actually looked pretty good after it got into focus for me. Go for the biggest screen. Go for the IMAX, man. I didn't see it in IMAX, of course, because I'm dirt broke. But go for the IMAX in 3D, and then that thing will literally punch you in the face. What the? And you'll be flying in the back of the screen and out the wall because it was so freaking epically huge and powerful. Yeah, that's my review for this Pacific Rim movie. So yeah, I'm probably gonna go see it again in 2D. Rate, comment, subscribe as always to my channel. And this is Kuya Reviewer signing out. See you in the next video.